superstars. So I want to be clear and make sure you know that it's okay to look outside of yourself for the information and spirituality. And as you awaken, which means as you further evolve, because you're always evolving, always, that it's super, super important that you know that your power is within yourself. And so as you experience all of the microcosmic and macrocosmic experiences, all of the spiritual experiences, all of the human experiences, that you remember that your power is within. Don't give your power away to anybody. Not to that moment, not to a coach, an advisor, your lover, your spouse, your parents, your kids, your friends, your boss, the job. Your power is within. So I want you to learn how to transmute yourself into another place whenever you need to, because when you're able to dive into a different frequency, that's when change happens. And you can repeatedly do it. I was talking to someone a couple days ago, and I needed something to happen, but I needed to transmute myself into that situation before it was going to happen. And I needed that situation to attach itself to me because it already exists, right? So you have to know that what you want and what you seek already is out there. It's just in another dimension, which means it's on another frequency. That's it. It's just on another frequency. And science has already proven that everything is constantly moving, and that movement distinguishes the frequency. Look at frequency that's over here that then turns into light frequency that you couldn't see before. It just was a change of vibration. And we know that hermetic concept, we know that quantum physics, we know that everything is moving. We know that. Biology tells you that. Your own life tells you that. In everyday circumstances, that tells you that. You're always moving, no matter what. Even if you stay still, right? You try to keep your human still, you still feel your insides moving, right? You're still breathing. So remember that. So as I was at the point of needing this thing to happen, it involves other people. So I needed for us to be in alignment for it to happen, which means movement has to happen, right? So I control me. I don't control them. I control my energy. You control your energy. So that's within. So when you understand that, you know that what's within is without, okay? The same as Hermetic concept, as above, so below. What's within manifests outwardly. So your thought process controls that alignment and that transmutation happening. You transmute yourself into that situation and you verbally express it as though it's already been done. So here's how you do that. This is how you use the power of your mind to manifest things that you don't have direct control over. You use your control. You use your mind power to make things change. I hope that that makes sense. If it doesn't, comment down below and let me know so that I can explain it a different way. You see it in your mind's eye, right? You see it automatically. You see it. Whatever it is that you want, think of it. Right now, think of it. Do this exercise with me. And then so you automatically, boom, you see it and you see it the way it currently is in this dimension. You've got to then say, okay, this is exhibit A, but I need exhibit B. I need it to be, okay? I need it to be this. Right there, the words you use are so powerful. See it as exhibit A because your human is logical. Your human is reasonable. Your human knows, wait a minute, I don't have it yet. So saying that I got it, it doesn't feel right. So don't stress your human out. Go with your human. Your human is your best friend. Don't be stressing her out. Don't be stressing him out. He already is going through too much, okay? Don't need it, right? Am I right or wrong? Hit the thumbs up button if you feel me. So, exhibit A. School taught you that, right? Exhibit A. You see it the way you currently are experiencing it in metaphysical reality. But you need it to be exhibit B. I need it to be this. So you have to see that with your mind's eye. What do you need it to be? So your job then is to use the power of your mind to transform A into B. Now, we know through physics that this is always possible. It's always been possible. And it's possible for you because you are the universe manifested. And if that's too heavy for you, don't stress out about it. You're going to go back to what your human has already learned through school. And that might be the school of life, too. It doesn't necessarily have to be an educational institution. It doesn't have to be formal education. You learn this through life, from being a little baby. So we see it. Now I needed to get to B. It's got to look like exhibit B. So I envisioned, no, I need them to send me this thing over here. Right now, I don't have it. I want it. I need it. So I know it exists because I said so. So now I need that B to happen. I need it to be right here. I need to grab it. I need to hold it. So that's what I saw in my mind's eye. I already saw it. I didn't have to force it. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have to force it. You saw it. This is exhibit B. I need it to be exhibit B. Okay, so now it is because you saw it already. You've claimed it. You've received it. So now, okay, I've got it. I've got it. It's there. So now I need to work towards it and I need to be patient and I need to expect it. So the woman that I was talking to really doesn't have control over it, but she needs me to get that. So I need it. And she was like, it's not going to happen. I said, wait, well, hold up. Wait a minute. It's already done. What are you talking about? It's already done. All I need to do is wait for them to give it to me. They just need to send it to me. It's already written. It's a document. It's already written. They already decided. It's already done. I just have to receive the email. I just have to receive the confirmation. That's it. So I'll get it to you. So then Spirit, God, the Holy Spirit, the Most High, put this on my heart and soul. And that's how you follow your spiritual guidance. I let it go. Boom. I got stuff to do. It's already done. I'll be in touch with you. Monday morning, I'll be in touch with you. I'll have that information. So later that day, Spirit was like, okay, I need you to reach out to them on something totally different. Totally different. And how did I know that Spirit was like, okay, reach out to them about this? Is because it was already brought up in my mind's eye before, but then I felt a sense of urgency to do it. And Spirit was like, do it now. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it now. It's totally different. Totally different from what I was expecting to get back, right? So I said, hey, what about such and such? I need to get such and such. Totally did not bring up the one thing that I'm already expecting them to give me. That's done. What about such and such? I need that. What happened? Boom. I sent the email. That's it. Submit. That means I gave it up back to the Most High. It's in God's hands. I've done what I needed to do because I saw it already in Exhibit B. Now I'm taking action to transmute that energy, to change it. You don't have to know the how. All you have to do is follow your spiritual guidance. That is the how. That is the how. So what happens? Let it go. I get a phone call back. As soon as I hit submit, I get a phone call. She's like, Miss Andre V, I got your email just now. And I said, you know what? I'm driving. Let me go ahead and just call her. So first of all, let me tell you, I said, while she was saying that, I was like, how you doing? How was your day? You doing all right? You know, niceties that's always welcome. You know what I'm saying? You're never hard pressed. You're not desperate. You already received it. I claimed it. I know I expect her to say, I've got what I asked the universe for. I know it's already done. So that's how I approached the conversation. You see what I'm saying? There was no fear. There was no hesitation. There was no, what? So what did they say? What is it? There's none of that. There's, how are you? You doing all right? There's gratitude. There's love. There's appreciation. You get what you put out. I'm telling you, it is true. You get what you put out. So she's like, she paused. She was like, well, yeah, I guess I had a good day. I had a good day. I said, well, I'm glad to hear that. She was like, how was your day? It was amazing. It was amazing. I got great news. I was like, I got great news. I'm talking about Exhibit B that she's about to give to me. I got great news. You know what I'm saying? Flew right past her. She didn't even mention it because it wasn't for her to receive. It was for me to give. Because she already was going to give me what I needed. You see what I'm saying? So you're in that mindset, in that energy of you expect it. There is no other answer. There is no other option. You are there already. I transmuted myself into that experience that I needed to manifest. And you know what she told me? Miss Henri V, I spoke with my supervisor, my regional, and she said, yes, Give it to her. No, first first I said, remember, Miss Andre V, the woman that I was talking to you about? And she said, yes. And she said, well, she needs this. And this was something that was so unheard of. Remember, the first woman I was talking to was like, they're not going to do it. I'm like, psh, you know, reverse that. Don't put that on nothing that's got to do with me, because it's already done, you know? So she was like, yes. She said she needs this. Her regional said, give it to her. Just like that. She said, Miss Andre V, my regional said, give it to you. So it's already done. She said it's already done. Her words. She said it's already done, Miss Andre V. So you tell me, how do you need me to do it? How do you want me to deliver it to you? What do you need on it? Asking me how to craft it for what I need. Okay? Let me tell you, the power is in your mind. The power is in your mind. You transmute that and you stay humbled through the process. So then that's it. I'm living Exhibit B, because that's what I needed it to be. Okay? So my human was like, okay, yeah, I know what you needed to be now. Okay. So here's the other thing, spiritual superstars, that you got to remember when you are manifesting that quickly. And if it's anything, you know, it might take a little longer because you've got to go through the steps, right? Remember the steps that I went through. You have got to encourage your human through the human logic and reason, because your human is not going to understand the spirituality. That's you, the soul within your human. So your human, respect your human and your human's limitation and understanding. Because many of you, most often, most likely, you're reprogramming your human through each step. That's the how. But remember, part of my how was release it, focus on something else, don't forget it, but give it up and give it over to the universe or the Most High, however way you see our infinite power, and then just be in expectation mode of receiving it. There's no worry, there's no fear, it's done. So here's the last part of this. When this happens, you may have to do some extra steps. Do those extra steps, because ultimately the extra steps are going to empower you. Okay? For example, let's say that you're manifesting $10,000. Well, if you receive $10,000 tomorrow, you may spend it on what you don't need to spend it on because you don't have enough information yet, or you didn't take the time to build the financial budgeting that you need to retain that $10,000. You know, you see what I'm saying? So while you're praying for one thing, the Most High has something totally different for you to use that money for, or to multiply that money. So if that's on your heart to pray for, if that's on your heart to manifest, do that. However, when there's an additional requirement of you, be thankful, because that additional requirement is attached to another blessing that you don't even know about yet. And within that time, that thing that you thought you needed the $10,000 for, you may find a grant. You may be blessed with it as a gift. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. And when Spirit tells you to make that phone call, make the phone call. In any part of your process, when Spirit says reach out to this person, not that person. When Spirit says shut your mouth, don't say it to that person, shut your mouth, don't say it to that person. I don't care who that person is. I don't care if you sleeping with that person. Definitely don't say it to that person. Some things you got to keep to yourself while you're manifesting it, because everybody's got an agenda and everybody's got their own life to live. Let me tell you something. I remember one of my clients, and then I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. One of my clients made an amazing investment. Amazing investment. Took the opportunity, okay? He took the opportunity. He used some money that he had from his, I think it was like his 401k or something like that. It was something with the job. Used it for this opportunity. Didn't tell his wife nothing. And it was giving him inner turmoil. He was like, Necole, I think I did wrong. I wasn't honest. I think I need to tell her. And so I went through my steps that I teach in my spiritual life coaching program, because you've got to know how to help your client. As a side note, the steps are in the book that I put on our Etsy page. As a matter of fact, go to our Etsy if you want to check it out. And our Etsy is Spiritual Superstars. That's the shop. It's your shop. So I'm like, well, what makes you think that? So he went through the vows. He went through what God wants him to do, his perception of, his understanding of. But I said, but how do you feel? It's like, I feel guilty. So I went through the steps of why you feel guilty. Are you sure you feel guilty? Well, it turns out he didn't feel guilty at all. He was feeling the spiritual guidance coming in and not understanding how to interpret what he was feeling on a metaphysical feeling, right? He was getting the itching, he was getting the burning, the tingling sensations, the crawling sensations. He was feeling like he was walking through the cobwebs, right? He was getting certain images and he was hearing certain messages. Everything pointed to him not telling his wife. And he was fighting it, resisting it, because his human logic said he took these vows and they're not supposed to, they were like this. They weren't supposed to be divided and making decisions. They were supposed to consult each other, yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you, I encouraged him not to tell his wife, because I follow spiritual guidance. So I have to teach my clients how to interpret their own messages. And he then agreed. Do you know this woman was cheating on him? Asked him for a divorce. Asked him for a divorce. Within about a month, about 30 days, 45 days, asked him for a divorce. He had ignored all the signs. This man made about $500,000 off that investment. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Made about $500,000 off that investment. And she asked him for a divorce. Financially, he was straight. You know, so had he told her, you know, who knows how it would have went down? You know, she might not have asked him for the divorce. You know? So you got to follow your spiritual guidance. Let me get out of here, spiritual superstars. I love y'all to life. Hit the thumbs up button if I've given you value today. And honey, don't forget, follow your spiritual guidance, okay? Man, get on over to our Etsy page. You're going to get over there. You're going to see an oil and an elixir, holy water, holy oil called My Calling. Is it My Calling? My daughter had two of them. She had our spiritual guidance and she had My Calling oils in her purse. My daughter's 14. I said, what you doing with this? What? What you doing? What? What? A 14-year-old? What you doing with this? If my baby girl is using it without any prompting, without nothing, she, in her own mind, she said, I need to use that. She was like, Mama, it works. What? So y'all better get over there to our Etsy shop. Hey, Dominique. Hey, Eric. And get your spiritual tools. I love y'all.